What's going on, guys? So I was in the middle of working on this door right here. So essentially what's going on is on the server side we walk up to it, press F to interact, it's totally fine, but it never goes away. And I believe that's because, well, I'm pretty sure I know why. I'm gonna have to look at it in a second though. And then if I look on the client side and I walk in, nothing gets displayed. And if I look on the server, it is displayed as if I walked in with the server. So I made this, I kind of just winged it at one point. So I got to look into it. Let's take a look and see what we actually got going on here. So let's see. So on opponent begin overlap, switch has authority. So we check to see if we're the server. If we're not the server, I just print that out, which it's been printing. And then as well, let's see. So we check to see if the cast was successful. This is a peer cast. No. We're gonna go ahead and set that variable. We're gonna get the controller, and we're gonna cast it to a hero controller. We're gonna make sure it's that's valid as well. I'm actually gonna go ahead and do a peer cast here too. I don't know why I didn't. Let's do a peer cast. We'll go branch. Okay, and then let's go ahead and do what else do we need? Okay, so interact with door. Let's see. So player controller, we're gonna set that as a variable as well because we want to use those down here. And excuse me. What we're gonna do is, so we call this interact door. That's on the main character. So let's go ahead and take a look at what we're doing in here. So essentially, what we're doing is we're checking to see if it's a single door. If it's a single door, we're gonna go ahead and check to see, are we overlapping that door, which gets set inside of this single door here, or at least it should. Oh no, actually I set it right here. So I will be setting it right then and there, because the reason why is because when this gets called, it's gonna set these variables as to what they're set as. So I just do it right there. Okay, let's see. So then and we check to see if we're overlapping the door. If we're not, we set the door to nothing. If we are, then we're going to go ahead and set it to a single door reference or a double door reference, depending on what we need. So let's see. And then after that, we go ahead and enable the input. We create the widget, which is the tooltip. It just says press F to interact as of right now. We add it to the viewport. So everything looks fine so far. Now on component overlap end, this is where we seem to be getting an issue. So I believe the reason as to why that keeps, well, it's not disappearing, is because I have to have a do once in here, and I have to be able to reset that do once. So let's see how that looks real quick. If I walk in, press F to interact, walk out. But I never reset it. But the thing is, it's disappearing. So now I'm gonna have to reset this. Let's see. How do we do this over here? Bind event to open door. And that's gonna be this open door custom event. But I made a reset somewhere. And I'm blanking on where that was. So yeah, I can't seem to find it, but you know what? Let's just make one. Let's just do it. So what we're gonna want to do, let's make a custom event. No, this is gonna be an event dispatcher. And we're gonna want to call this reset. This is, no, we're not calling it. What we're doing is binding it. No, we're not even binding it. What are we doing? Should be creating the event. There we go. The event. Okay. So that's it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that is it, actually. I think the only thing I would have to do, definitely bind to event reset. That's for sure. We for sure need to do that. Okay, and then I'm pretty sure that's it. Let's see. So then on overlap, let's go ahead and call from the main character. Go ahead and call reset event. Let's see. Not server. Let's try it again. I think that's just a weird glitch. Huh. That is interesting. All right. So now let's take a look at what the issue is there. I mean, I can't see why it would be saying. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to close this and reopen it, because sometimes Unreal just has these weird glitches, but I'll see you guys in a minute. Sorry about that, guys. I just realized this whole time that I was not recording, but I didn't really do much, so let's go ahead and just get back into it. So I think what I'm actually gonna have to do here is I didn't think about this, but I should not be calling this here on the server, because let's go ahead and delete that as well. Because basically anything that we want to do with like widgets and stuff like that, that's all client side only, and I don't know how it slipped past me that this is not a client side. Now we go down here, let me delete this reset. We should be all good. Okay, so what I'm actually going to want to do is I'm going to want to go ahead and grab this guy and throw all of this into a function just like I was doing. Okay, where was it? Where are you? I want the controller. I mean, yeah, I do want the controller. I don't want the character. Okay, so let's go ahead and actually what we're going to do is I was working on this a bit earlier and I guess I deleted it all. But, okay, so let's see. So I think what I'm going to want to do, which I was on the path of doing this, and I just, for some reason, just stopped. So let's see. So we're going to go, we're going to want to run this on the client. So let's go with client, display tooltip. We'll just say that. And eventually I'm going to set this up. Oh, wait, run this on the owning client. And we do not want this to be reliable, because this is important, but it's not more important than, you know, something that actually is gameplay. And if it's reliable, that means it's going to run every time no matter what, and it will drop something else that's not reliable. So to me, I don't think that's important. So what we want to do, I'm going to keep the do once in here. Just makes it a little easier. Let's just create the widget and show it, and that's it. So yeah, so let's do this. Okay, so yeah, we'll just create it. This is the client side. Run on owning client. And yeah, I believe that's all we need. Okay, so now, I mean, I'm gonna have to make one to remove it, but okay, let's call this client display tooltip, because this is actually what we need. And then this we're gonna want to do in a client function as well. But for now, let's just check, see if this works. So first, I always like to check on the server side first. reset it? Of course I did not. Okay, I didn't reset it. So it's working on the server side still. Still being called from the client side, which is weird, but you know, it is what it is. I'll look at that in a second. So let's take a look here now. Alright, so it's displaying. It's not disappearing, as we expected. So if we just take all this, put it into a function. I didn't copy it. And let's throw it into a function. Same way. Custom, actually. Not client. And we'll go client underscore remove tooltip. Okay. So now what we're going to want to do, let's go ahead and run this on the client. This one, I'm not going to make it reliable, but I would not want this to stay on the screen because I just know it'd be so annoying for the player. But again, at the same time, I'm not going to make it reliable because it's visual. So it's like, it might be annoying, but you know, it's less annoying than dying for no reason, for example. Okay, so press F to interact and it's working. It's not removing, but that's also because I don't think I ever called it. Yeah. Client remove tooltip. Okay. So let's do that. And then what we're going to want to do as well is use this as the reset. Okay. Let's try that. Let's see how we're looking now. Shows up. Let me get rid of this light. Just make it easier for you. Nice. Alright. So that's looking alright. And then the other thing, obviously, as you guys can see, is this light is not replicated. I cannot open the door. But we'll go ahead and take care of all that in the future. So in the next video, I'm actually probably going to be looking at actually getting that door to open. I'm not getting it to open. It already opens, but getting the lock to show. Let's see. This lock interface to show up. So we'll try to get that working next. So thanks, guys. See you guys next time.